You know, one thing that baffles me, everybody's just shouting, oh, I don't want marriage anymore, I'm no longer interested in marriage, I don't want to marry, I just want vibes and all that. But have you ever stopped to think about what exactly is the problem? Where exactly did we get it wrong? What changed all of a sudden? Because before, it used to be a lot of people wanted to get married, many people were looking forward to getting married. But now, it seems like there's a decline in the number of people who are interested or who are looking forward to getting married. And it's a shame, because what exactly went wrong? Is it really freedom, or is it just trauma that we're romanticizing? What do you think? Let me know in the comment section and I'll be sure to respond. See you on the other side. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to the Literal Podcast, your wonderful space where we talk about real life issues with a sprinkle of vibes, faith, and of course pure wisdom. So today we're going to be shaking tables. Our topic today is one that is both interesting and controversial at the same time. So stick with me. So today we're going to be talking about why the Gen Z and the Millennials do not want marriage anymore, but they just want pure vibes. You've probably heard it so many places at the moment. You've probably heard it, on social media or even talking to people. You've probably heard different Gen Zs and Millennials saying, oh, I'm no longer interested in getting married. I don't want to get married. I'm not interested in marriage and all that stuff. But you'll be wondering and you'll be thinking, when exactly did the culture change? You've probably heard it everywhere now. You've heard people saying, oh, I don't want marriage anymore, I just want pure vibes, I just want companionship. They put it in different ways, to be honest. But what exactly is the wisdom behind this new culture? Is it wisdom, or is it just vibes on vibes with no direction? What do you think? If at this point you haven't liked this video, I really don't know what you're waiting for, my darling. Please do well to hit the like button. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please hit the subscribe button as well and turn on your notification button so that you get notified every time I post a new video. And if you haven't dropped a comment, drop your comments in the comment section. Let me know, what do you think about this video? What do you think about the topic? What do you think is the reason why Gen Zs and Millennials are no longer interested in marriage like before? Let me know what you think. So now let's talk about the culture shift. Back in the days, marriage was seen as like the ultimate goal. It was more like, a step to take. It was more like, oh, once you're done with school, the next thing you get a job and you get married. That was it. But now things seem to be a bit different. When back in the days marriage was seen as the ultimate goal, your uncles, aunties, parents, they don't even ask you if you're interested in getting married. They only ask you when you're getting married. Nobody ever asks you, oh, do you want to get married? The only thing your relatives ever ask you then is, oh, when are you getting married? And that was the only question we used to get asked then. When are you getting married? Not, do you want to get married, or are you interested in getting married? But now, the number of God when seems to be reducing. Some people are just saying, God when, to just follow the bandwagon. But if you ask them on a personal note, they'll tell you, oh, I'm not interested in getting married. I just want to have, a partner. I just want to keep dating people and swinging people around. When if I'm tired of this one or this relationship is not working, I move on to the next. But how exactly did we even get here? Because nowadays, we have more people shouting, oh, I don't do again, I don't want marriage, rather than the God when we used to have a lot. Many people used to look forward to getting married. But now, there's a decline in the amount of people or in the number of people who want to get married or who are looking forward to getting married. We have more people now, especially young people, the Gen Z and the Millennials. We have more of them now saying, oh, I'm not interested in marriage, than the ones who are actually still interested in marriage. And that's really sad if you ask me. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. You might want to ask yourself, what exactly is the problem? What's the reason why the Gen Z and the Millennials are no longer interested in getting married as much as they were before? Now, I'm going to give you some of the major reasons why some Gen Zs and Millennials are no longer interested in marriage. Number one reason is the fact that so many Gen Zs and Millennials grew up watching marriages that didn't look like happily ever after. Back then in the movies, when they show, oh, these people were dating and had a relationship and all that, and then they finally got married. You hear things like, and then they lived happily ever after. But so many of us grew up seeing different kinds of marriages around, marriages that didn't in any way look like happily ever after. So that alone has traumatized so many people. So to be honest, we've seen so many broken homes, so many toxic relationships, so many cheating scandals, so many loveless marriages. We've seen so many homes where, love was actually scarce, but endurance was plenty. That's the truth. Many people grew up seeing marriages that didn't look like happily ever after. Many people grew up seeing marriages that were devoid of love, but full of endurance. It looked more like, an endurance party than something that should have been happily ever after. They had more of endurance than love and happiness in the marriage. So that alone has, scarred so many people, and it's a major reason why so many people are no longer interested in getting married, because they're like, if this is how the marriage is, we don't want. And you can't really blame them, in my opinion. So many young people are now saying that, if this is how the marriage is, if this is how the marriage is going to be, full of scandal, full of toxicity, full of cheating, full of different things, so much sadness, so much pain and endurance, suffering and smiling, many people have the opinion that, if that's how the marriage is, I'm not interested. We'll pass on that. So many people now are saying that, and that is the major reason why so many people have lost interest in getting married. The rise of the I just want vibes culture is really interesting. It's funny because, these people are just out seeking freedom. The I just want vibes people are strictly seeking freedom. They just want to travel the world, make money, have peace of mind, enjoy themselves, go out when they want to, come back when they want to, just live their life, be free like a bird, with reckless abandon. But marriage, on the other hand, doesn't look exactly like that. So people who are lovers or seekers of freedom tend to struggle with the idea of, the marriage setting that they grew up seeing, because a lot of them are like, it looks more like it's a man's world. The men seem to be free, and the women seem to be like the ones in, not bondage, so to speak, but to borrow the words of some ladies that I've heard out there, bondage. Some people say the married thing as, it's just something that favors the male folk. It's just something that favors the men. It's just a setting where, women are just used and abused and all that. That's how some people see it. Like, it's really hurtful to hear what some people think about marriage. If you hear how badly some people picture marriage, or some people think marriage is, you would really weep for them, because it is horrible. Sometimes marriage can look like wahala. It's full of bills to pay, in-laws wahala, a lot of accountability, a lot of commitment, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of, having to consider the next party in whatever decision you want to take, or every step you want to make, having to consider your partner in it. So that responsibility, it comes with a lot of responsibility, of course. So that responsibility is the part that so many people are scared of, and they choose to rather just run away from, rather than get into it. So just vibes can just be an escape from commitment. I feel like a lot of people who just want vibes are people who are scared of the commitment. They are scared of commitment. They don't want commitment. They don't want to have to be accountable to anybody. They don't want to have to be committed and have to be, faithful to somebody. So because of that, they choose the easy way out. I'm like, well, I'll just be on my own, swing people around and all that, and just be cool. Sounds like the easy way out, but is that really the best way to go? Of course not, because that's not the original plan God had for us. For so many people, just vibe seems easier, while marriage seems hard. Because marriage is work. It's a lot of work. It's a call to work. It's a call to service. So many people would rather just avoid the work part and just stick to vibes that seems easier. You get tired, you take a walk. Easy peasy. It's easier to take a walk from a relationship than to take a walk from a marriage. So the commitment that marriage comes with requires sacrifice. It requires patience. It requires tolerance. It requires understanding. It requires a lot of forgiveness. And these things are things that our microwave generation is not trained for, unfortunately. To be honest, social media doesn't make it any better. They actually even make it worse, because you open your Instagram, you see a lovely, beautiful couple that looks so happy on the gram. They look like the perfect couple. They look like couple goals, and then you see them, they're going on vacation. They're in Maldives today, Portugal tomorrow, Spain the next day, Qatar the next month, Dubai the next month, they're in Bali. And then the next thing you hear a few months down the line, boom, they are divorced. What happened? And you'll be wondering, what could have gone wrong in such a happy looking marriage that suddenly just ended in divorce abruptly? All of a sudden, you'll be wondering what could have happened. So some people will not even say, If these people that I've been looking up to as my couple goals can divorce, then whom's are we? So some people tend to, gauge their own marriage success or their own marital future based off of that of their favorite celebrity couples or their favorite couple goals they see on the gram, which unfortunately shouldn't be so, because the fact that someone else tried and failed doesn't mean if you try you will not succeed. So please quit that kind of mentality today. Guess why? If you come over to TikTok is filled with so many clips and videos of how men are trash, men are cheats, men are this, men are that. And then you see some people, you also see clips of women are not good people, women are users, women are bad, women are this, women are that. And that alone doesn't even encourage the dating or the marriage situation. It doesn't help the marriage situation at all, because it further even discourages people. It makes marriage look like a trap rather than a blessing that it should actually be in the real sense of it. So in order for this video not to be too lengthy, I'm going to be breaking it into 2 parts. So I'll be posting the next part next week. See you next week.